ready. They not trying to dance. I hear rain. Yeah, yes. I may not see. Listen.
Come on, prophet.
I was in the room. They not ready. They're not ready. I was in the room today.
Amen.
And I was asking God, what would you have me to say to the people?
My Lord.
Or to the world as a whole? And as I was laying there looking up, I don't know who's going to be the next president.
Amen.
But I saw Trump sitting in the chair crying.
Oh, Lord.
Amen.
With his hands over his face.
My God.
Amen.
And I saw Biden behind a podium. Now, if that means what I think it means,
Hallelujah.
then that means this was Trump's first and last term.
Amen.
Also, I heard God say that there's getting ready to be another spirit that has always been around that's showing his head again, which is called unforgiveness.
Oh, yeah.
Amen.
In the land.
There are spirits that are getting ready to hit this nation that this nation has never ever seen before.
My Lord.
The Bible declares that you should pray and pray without ceasing.
Amen.
So as we say in Little Rock, while you're praying and you got one eye closed, better keep one eye open.
Amen.
That way you can watch and pray.
Amen.
If we can turn to Genesis chapter 42, we're going to start at verse 33, and I believe it's only 38 verses in the chapter, if I'm not mistaken.
Amen.
And we're going to read all 5 of those verses. Yes, ma'am. 42. It's 38 words? Okay. And again, we'll have somebody, matter of fact, I believe we're going to ask Mama Wright to read.
All right, Mom. Amen.
Yes, ma'am. We're going to start at verse 33. I got 2 numbers in my head and I don't know what they mean. Number 22, just a number that's just been stuck in my head. 22. And the other number is 15. 33, yes, 33.
And the man, the Lord of the country, said unto us, Hereby shall I know that ye are a true man. Leave one of your brothers here with me, and take food from the field of the household, and be gone.
Yes.
And bring your young brother unto me. Then shall you know that ye are no spy, but ye are a true man. So will I deliver unto you your brother, and ye should strike him the land. And it shall come to pass,
Yes,
as the emperor, that behold every man of the money and the shackle, that you shall bring them to thy father, and show thy mother even afterwards.
Somebody go to Matthew chapter 10, verse 36, I believe it is. Matthew chapter 10, verse 36. 10:36.
It says, and a man's woes shall be they of his own household.
Matthew 10:36. And it says what?
A man's foes shall be they of his own household.
If I was going to tag this tonight, it would be when you have your hands around your enemy's neck.
Come on, okay, come on.
When you have your hands around your enemy's neck. Listen, I know we're few in numbers in here tonight, but this is for somebody.
Amen.
When you have your hands around your enemy's neck. Here is said in Matthew that a man's foes is of his own household. Here we have Joseph, one who was loved by his father, sold into slavery by his brothers, simply because they didn't like who he was.
Amen.
But when you have your hands around your enemy's neck, you basically own your enemy.
Amen.
Is there anybody in here that owns something today?
Amen.
I'm pretty sure we all own
Amen.
something. We own a pair of socks. We own a pair of shoes.
Amen.
We own a pair of pants. We own a pair of boxers. We own a pair of underwear. We own, well, I don't, but women own a pair of bras, and we own a pair of glasses. And there's just something that we own. But when we take it to the spiritual realm, when you have your hands around your enemy's neck, then you own your situation.
All right.
What am I saying to you? What I am saying to you is it does not matter what you're going through, or it does not matter how your enemies come at you. You just need to know that you have your hands around your enemy's neck. Here it is believed to say, and in the Bible is right. It is said that a man's foes is of its own household. Now listen, you would deem to declare that an enemy is just somebody that don't like you. But the Bible declares that that's not it. Your foes is really the one of your household. Now your foe can be your wife, because hey, listen, I didn't say it, but the Bible said it. If you paid attention to Job, his wife said, you should curse God and do what? You should die. I believe I got some Bible readers in here, and automatically she was a foe to Job, because who would in their right mind would begin to curse God? I'm talking about the one that gave you life. I'm talking about the one that touches you every morning to tell you to get up. It's not your alarm clock, but it's God. It's the one that while you sitting in your rocking chair, he can cause a fly to go down your throat and you choke while you snoring. Now I'm talking about that kind of God. It's the kind of God that took his hand and waved it and created things. It's the type of God that said he made man in his own likeness and image. I'm talking about the type of God that can just speak things and they begin to happen. I'm talking about the God that's not natural but supernatural. I'm talking about this type of God. And here it is that God says, and your own foes shall be those of your household. If you don't believe me, watch David. Look at David. And he had his own son was his foe, because if you know, yes, Absalom is true. He's totally correct. Absalom was David's foe. And then if you paying attention while we're looking at Joseph, he had brothers who was his own foe. And anybody got some family members in here that you would deem to be foes, that you would deem to be enemies, that you would just deem to, that they get on your everlasting nerves, that you tried to help them since day one and you can't help them because they're hard-headed, they too prideful, they proud. Not only are they jealous, but then they turn around and they envy. Some of them envy you. Now there's a difference between jealousy and envy. Jealousy is, and I believe I got some pretty women in here today that say, when you go to the hair store and you go get some hair, you get your hair did, then you come in church and then that other girl, she see you, she asks you where you went and got your hair from. So she go and get her hair from the same place, then go get her hair done just like you, because she will see. Now that's jealousy. But see, envy is when they not only want to look like you, but they will take you out just to look like you. See, some people you have to dismiss before I get too far, because if they envy you, not trying to take you out because they want to be just like you. And see, this is what is going on right here. Joseph has enemies, which is of his own household. And they don't make no sense because you would believe that the people that are in your household would be the ones that will love you the most, that will say, I will lift you up, or say that I'll be there for you, or say, I catch you when you fall. But let me be the first to tell you that baby, it ain't always the ones that's right there in your household that'll help you, because if you pay attention to the Bible, if you read Psalms chapter 55, David would say, it's not the ones that's out there, but it's the same Negroes that I sit down every Sunday with, that I drink Kool-Aid, eat collard greens, eat cornbread and chicken and mashed potatoes. It's the same Negroes that I sit down every Sunday with, that is getting on my everlasting nerves. They have became a foe and they're in my household. How is this possible?
My God. Come on. You better preach tonight. You better preach tonight.
Apostle, how is this possible? How is this possible, Apostle, that your own foes could be those of your household when you are the one that's supposed to stick closer to them? You are my own sister and you talking about me. You are my own brother and you got it out for me. You are my own mother and you don't care whether I succeed or not. You are my own daddy and you don't even care to give me advice. How is it that those of my own household can be my foes? This is ridiculous.
Yes, sir.
You better preach.
This is ridiculous. And it's not the fact that it's out in the streets. It's the simple fact that not only has it been in the streets, but it's like crept in the church. And the church should be the one that's helping people. We should be the one that's lifting each other up. We should be the one that encourages one another. Because we say we want to be like Jesus. But when I search the church, a lot of people ain't trying to be like Jesus. They just trying to do what they want to do and do it till they satisfied. But I come to serve notice on you tonight. You gon' get it. You gon' get it and you gon' get it today. You better watch out on what you're doing because you better be careful because those of you got your mouth on, you know God says that no weapon formed against me and judgment shall be condemned. Yeah, listen. He didn't say the weapon wouldn't form.
He said it wouldn't prosper.
But it wouldn't prosper.
Amen.
But those who got a tongue that talk too much, he said it'll be condemned.
Amen.
Because that's your inheritance.
That's right.
Amen.
And so here we are, and you don't understand why the enemy would be those of your own household.
Lord.
But the enemy comes to prepare you for promotion. Your enemy comes to prepare you for promotion. It's those of your own household because that's who you would deem that you love the most. And if you notice in scripture that when you are headed for promotion, there are things that gets ready to take place in your life that sometimes catches you off guard. Solomon declares in Ecclesiastes that if it does not come to frustrate you, come on, then you can't be promoted.
Oh Lord.
And see, that's the problem. I've said it time after time. Since I've been here, I said it day after day, minute after minute, hour after hour. It does not matter what you're going through. You have to be, as a Christian, be able to take a licking and keep on ticking. It doesn't matter what you're going through. It doesn't matter what trials and tribulations come your way. You got to understand that even though it's those of your own household, you got to understand that promotion is on the way. And sometimes God will step back out of the way to let those get on your nerves, to let you know that it ain't, to let you know who you are. Because sometimes who you are has to be confirmed. But see, I don't want to move too fast. But even with that being prepared for your promotion, you have to understand understand that it comes to frustrate you. Because if nothing comes to frustrate you, then you get in a place of comfortability and you will never move up the ladder. And each one of us would want to say that we would want to move up the ladder and never stay in the same place. Because when you move up the ladder, there are higher and greater blessings in each dimension. Because the Bible declares that your ladder shall be better than your former, but you cannot get to your ladder if you always stay in your former, and you always stay in your former when you're not pushed to the ladder. And so this means you have to be put in a place of uncomfortability in order to get to the ladder. Because when you get to the ladder, that's where promotion is. That's where the blessing is. That's where the miracle is. That's where the healing is. That's where the financial is. That's where the prosperity is. That's where the land is of milk and honey. But as long as you stay in the former, you can never reach the ladder. So Solomon declares that you have to be frustrated in order to get to the place to where God has you to be. And I know it don't feel good, but the songwriter says, though the storms keep on raging in my life, and sometimes it's hard to tell the night from day.
Go ahead.
And so it prepares you for promotion, which pushes me into the text for the first part. And somebody shout, what this does is, if you pay attention to what what has happened, Joseph has been sold into slavery. He's been in jail. He's did all these things. Now he has been promoted to the house, and now Joseph is sitting in the high place. But see, which pushes me to my first point, which is confirmed. Number one, everybody shout confirm. But what confirm is something that they do to you. Now watch this. Confirm is simply mean that you're going to be tested and you're going to be tried. And sometimes you're going to be tested and tried by the ones that's close to you. Not only are you going to be tested and tried by those out there, but you're going to be tested and tried by the ones that's close to you. Watch this. If you ever notice that when you go to buy a car, it has a sticker on the windshield that says certified. Now you see the car in its glory, but I believe as Minister Bobby Jones said, you see my glory, but you don't know my story. And so you don't know the story of what that car had to go through before it got the sticker of certified stepped on the windshield that you could buy. What did it go through, prophet? Listen, it went through the hail, it went through the storm, it went through the rain. They had to slam that car into a brick wall. They had to throw that car on ice and then hit the brakes real hard to make sure the brakes work. They did a dummy crash car. They did everything that they could take that car through in order to make sure that car was confirmed and good enough for you to buy it. What are you saying, prophet? In your spiritual life and in your spiritual realm, you are going to be tested and tried by every Negro possible in this life. Listen, as long as you're living, you're going to either be in a storm, coming out of the storm, or getting ready to go in a storm. So ain't no need in you crying. Just shut up and take the licking and keep on ticking. But guess what? As the prophet of God and as the man of God, I know you get tired of the ones that's come to you. That's the main ones that's getting on your nerves. But I guess what? You have been confirmed tonight by God that you have been saved. You have been stamped. You have been sealed. And you have been approved. And not only that, but as the prophet of God, I give you permission to go through your cell phone, to go through your house phone, to go through your address book, to go through your calendar, and everybody that has put it up on you, everybody that set you up no wicked, everybody that talked about you, everybody that do something about you, everybody that didn't want to walk in faith with you, I give you permission to go to Hallmark, Dollar General, Family Tree, and I give you permission to get a thank you card, and at the end of the thank you card, I want you to sign your name and say thank you for walking out of me, because in that now, you allowed me to reach the best days of my life.
Go ahead. Preach.
And so not only does it come to confirm you, but it comes to affirm you.
Amen.
Notice that in Scripture, Jesus was baptized by John the Baptist.
Amen.
And when he was being baptized by John the Baptist, when John brought him up out of the water, a light shined down from heaven, and God began to speak. And I believe I got some Bible readers in here. I need y'all to talk back to me tonight. We're going to say it all together. And God said to Jesus, "This is my son, whom I am well pleased." See, this is what affirmation comes to do. It comes to affirm you. It comes to let you know what you're going through. You have been affirmed to be able to walk in what you're walking in. See, it does not matter, but the grace of God has been on your life. And so just notice that you have been affirmed, you have been appointed, and you have been anointed to go through what you're going through. And this is what it does. It just proves that you're on the walk that God has you to be on, just like Jesus. Because when you come up out of the water, you can hear God say, "This is my son, and this is my daughter, whom I am well beloved, whom I am well pleased with." Yeah. Not only does it come to confirm you, not only does it come to affirm you, but then it comes to give you your destination.
Amen.
It comes to give you your destination, because if you notice that when Joseph, at the end, Joseph was seated in a high place.
Amen.
So Joseph had to go through a state of being confirmed to a state of being affirmed, to a state of his destination. And see, you will never ever get to your destination if you're not being confirmed. You'll never get to your destination if there's not somebody to push you there or to put you in the place. See, that's what Joseph didn't understand at first. Joseph was just being set up just to be in his destination. We, as the cliche, there's a real good cliche that's going around the church, and it said, don't be sad about what you're going through. It's just a setup for your comeback. And see, this is all it was doing. It was just a setup for Joseph to come back, to be able to bless his family, that when they was in the famine, that they would still be able to eat. But not only was it a setup for Joseph, but it was a setup for Jacob, because Jacob, here we have Joseph, who has turned his back because he didn't want to look at his brothers, because he was crying because they had hurt him so much. And here it is, not only is it Jacob that's going to have to learn a lesson, but it's Joseph that's going to have to learn a lesson. And you could never ever get to your high place. And I know this is for somebody in here too. You